Do you think that that this is now in motion in a done deal, or still some heavy lifting to do in the Senate or with, I don't know, with the far left in the House for Democrats? Where's the stumbling blocks now?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think to quote the great philosopher Jerry Reed, we have a long way to go in a short time to get there. They have still a lot of work to do, particularly on this reconciliation bill. They want to try to get this thing done in September. Listen, just to compare, it took Republicans 2 months to get that tax cut done back in 2017, and there was plenty of agreement. There's still a lot of hashing out. That top line number hides the fact that all those individual programs, they still need to figure out, what they're going to spend. They're not going to be spending $3.5 trillion. So there's a lot of work left to be done in a rather short amount of time.
Congresswoman Edwards, something that people are positing is that the far left of the party said that this is not going to be good enough. They want the reconciliation done before they go for the infrastructure deal, and that this kind of satisfies both sides. The Journal called it a fig leaf for the moderates like Josh Gottheimer. But do you think that they'll do on the 27th? Do you think they do it if reconciliation isn't done? Will they go along with it?
Well, first of all, I think giving Nancy Pelosi a month in the House to really bring together all of the caucus, I think, is really an important timeline. I mean, my experience is that once they've taken the vote on the budget, it really becomes very, very difficult to kind of go backtrack on your vote, having cast one vote before. And I think that is going to be important leverage. I agree. It actually was a fig leaf for moderates. I think Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, and the president are all still committed to doing both of these things at the same time. That was the deal that was struck. And I think progressives are going to hold to that, and the leadership is going to hold to that. And I don't see as much of a problem getting to whatever that number is, because I think many of these issues, especially in legislative language, have been worked out, but for the numbers. I mean, keep in mind, this has been a work in progress, not just for these last several weeks and days, but it's been a work in progress really for the last several years.
Jimmy, how will it work in that there's a lot of moderates in the Democratic Party in the Senate and the House that probably aren't happy about $3.5 trillion, and right. the most well-known Manchin and Sinema. What's going to happen between now and if this ever actually does pass in terms of the size? What do you expect it to be to get Manchin and Sinema on board, or do they fold too?
No, I don't think they're going to fold. I think a lot of these goals and expectation setting on the left happened when they thought they were going to win a sweeping victory in November. They were going to, Biden's going to win by 10 points. They were going to have a huge Senate majority. And those expectations have never fully ratcheted down. Well, I think they're going to start ratcheting down here pretty fast. They're not going to get $3.5 trillion. They're probably going to get something more, at least I think $1 trillion less. Some things they want, less money is going to get spent on, like paid leave. Other things aren't going to happen. They're not going to have this big addition for dental and vision to Medicare. So this home health thing may not happen. So you're going to have a smaller bill that will be more paid for through tax increases, cap gains, the individual rate, corporate going up to 25. So it's going to be a smaller bill than what we're talking about because, frankly, these are very narrow majorities, and that reality is going to set in.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.